Uh, um, Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is George, and for today's video, I want to talk about the the I would say the satisfying downfall to a certain extent of the conservative of the conservative um company conglomerate. I don't know, company media company, the Daily Wire. If you don't know, the Daily Wire was, was a, a conservative alternative media to the mainstream, apparently, leftist media. Um, Now, you've probably seen several, maybe one or two of their members being discussed by other leftist YouTubers in the past from time to time if they say something stupid, um, and that depends on if they say something stupid, that is. So yeah, um, um, the news of of this disillusionment I think this week, the Monday of this week, um with daily with they were like with Jeremy Boring basically stepping down uh of of like of the whole spearheading processes, and with and on his and in his place someone by the name of Caleb Robertson has stepped into his place to finish to I don't know, apparently he's gonna finish some type of fantasy series, or is Jeremy gonna finish out that series because uh or or no, or I mean, I don't know. I I guess Caleb is gonna continue on with the or and eventually finish the fantasy series. I don't know the name of the series. I don't care. Um, the other the other so another reason for this disillusionment is is just Ben Shapiro. So um, Ben Shapiro is not really doing it in anymore for the people. But and by which I'm saying this is that um, uh, ever since ever since the beginning of the second Trump administration, a lot of conservatives have kind of uh, have from what I've noticed, moved on from the intellectualism, and they're not really they're not really they're not really here to kind of like explain themselves anymore, but now they've moved on to just saying based only when o- only when they kind of agree, and they've essentially divulged into they've essentially divulged uh what I'm trying to say essentially, and and Ben Shapiro's really diatribe of over explanation kind of doesn't really do them doesn't really do it for them anymore, unfortunately. And he has been losing views. And yeah, and so yeah, um, just like he's struggling to kind of pull the the viewership he used to kind of like was able to do in the past because of said reason. The other person who kind of like who kind of disappeared, just kind of like went away, is Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper She is, from what I understand, a failed actress, and because of this, and because of this, she basically was a part of the Daily Wire or organization to pull basically people my age to her to the channel, people who are my age, like Gen Z, as essentially to kind of appeal to them. And if you probably know, she her set is basically made to look like her bedroom, but it's not, because there's a lot of people behind her, just behind the scenes, who are doing a lot of the a lots of the editing, I would say. and and due to the fact that she isn't anymore, and a part of the a part of the organization, her absence is is being is being is affecting the views, is affecting the views essentially. And the and they have essentially went down. um now she has her own YouTube channel where she has essentially uh kind of like isn't doing is not doing, she's doing similar stuff, but like in a less like in not like how she did it when she was in Daily Wire before. The next person who has a who actually really early on kind of like uh, stepped away is Candace Owens. The reason why she um stepped down, I think you remember, but I don't necessarily clearly. I've forgotten, but there are people who say that she criticized Israel, and she is really anti-Semitic, and she is anti-Semitic to a Nazi-ish extent. and um and yeah, she is like, she has her own opinions of her own, which led to, um I assume, a rumor has it that she kind of like, she received backlash from the organization. uh she received, yeah, she received backlash, and due to that, she stepped away. And I remember, to her absence was her absence was basically acknowledged as she's free to do whatever she wants. So yeah, um, this is also her 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 also, she's also kind of doing her own thing. and 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 yeah. um so yeah, whilst other people have s- have kind of moved away from the or have moved away from the organization, and are doing their own thing in and they're not necessarily really kind of like pulling a lot of, I mean, it's reasonable viewership, let's be honest, but like, but like, compared to someone like Steven Crowder, who, from what I've heard, he was offered a more profitable deal somewhere else. For he was yes he was offered a more profitable deal somewhere else. He is, on the other hand, out I would say, out earning the rest of uh, the rest of his callings, I, I would say. and and even other the remaining members of the organization, there are also kind of like doing their own thing, like. So yeah, overall with the disillusionment of the Daily Wire, we're gonna see these conservative and right leaning pundits moving on to their own thing, and even I would say the average um conservative leaning viewer does not really favor this this sort of like this sort of like organization style anymore. It's very like it's sanitized, it's corporate, it's not really it's it 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 doesn't work, it's not connecting anymore. So yeah, um now am I happy that the Daily Wire is now basically kaput? I mean, yeah. Um, it's really I would say easing the job of a lot of people of a lot of leftists. It's easing the job obviously of leftists to do their punditry. Um, now that there is an a-hole organization against them. So yeah, um, this is good. E- and even I from what I've heard, TYT is also kind of like going through its own its own disillusionment process. So yeah, um, is so yeah, so yeah, people are doing their own thing. Um, but that doesn't. But yeah, everything now it's doing. Everyone now it's on their own. Everyone is doing their own thing, and to an extent to which I would say it wouldn't warrant maybe someone like maybe Hasanabi to dedicate a whole segment to respond to. So yeah, um, this is it. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.